Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Monday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's head down the highway in particular. We're heading down to Geelong in particular and speak with the Galaxy United football team. And of course, we've got three very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about how it's been like in a season unfortunately got cancelled only 2 months ago now. And of course, they joined us right now. Thanks all three for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Get all three to introduce yourselves and tell us what position all three played on the field this season that just finished.
My name's Emily. I played centre mid, sometimes striker.
Okay, sorry. My name's Ashley Pickett. I play like right back or on the right wing.
My name's Christy. I play left back or left wing.
Tell us a bit about the season, which obviously I think you played about half the season before Melbourne's lockdown, and ultimately the season got cancelled. Tell us how the season was panning out.
Well, I think it was a tricky one for us. We obviously started with not knowing what was going to happen for the rest of the season, and we started with a big team, and I guess we just lost a few players along the way to injury or just, I guess from being unsure of what was going to happen. So I think it was a tough season for Galaxy, definitely.
There's a lot of stop-start, but even before all that kind of stop-start was going on, you got to take into consideration it's really been 2 seasons of not knowing what's happening. And we started off with a huge squad. And then when the first lockdown came into place, every time we've gone into lockdown, we've probably lost players, all different reasons that have been going on, whether it be work, home life, or other commitments. So yeah, we lost some really important players. So it was a bit difficult to try and come back from that. But I think the team spirit for the team itself showed how resilient we can be to keep going.
Like the team spirit was definitely there, but it was just a bit unfortunate with COVID and everything. But what can you do?
A question I want to ask is, going into this next year in 2022, have you already started training? Considering got a bit of a head start on everyone here in Melbourne.
No, we haven't. The juniors have, but no, we haven't. We haven't really got anyone assigned as head coach yet. So I think it's head coach or assistant. So everything's a little bit up in the air for the next few weeks. But we're looking to enter kind of a summer sevens tournament in Geelong, which I'm hoping to get a few teams from Galaxy and a few other community women's teams and state league teams involved. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get that going for a bit of a enjoyment of being back on the pitch and enjoying football again.
I think our juniors have started training, but I just think that we are obviously still waiting on our coaching staff. So as soon as we get them, hopefully we can get back into it.
Considering, how many you've missed due to all these lockdowns and all that, I guess, do you think you're going to get a similar team next year, or hopefully a bigger team like you had at the start of this year?
I think hopefully we'll get another big team again, like having a bit of a break. And now hopefully, we're going back into it on a clean slate. We're starting the fresh, and we'll get a full season in this time. So I think some of the older players that left may be in different circumstances as well. And we've got a lot of young girls pushing through who are too old to play in the under-17. So I think we've got 9 or 10 girls that are going to be coming up from there to play with us. So fingers crossed we have a good retention. And again, if we get a new coach in that can bring players as well, then I'm feeling pretty positive.
What are all three your ambitions going into next year? Any goals that you want to achieve next year?
Well, at the moment, I'm still studying for my exams. So hopefully I'll be doing uni and then soccer on the sideline. But it's all up in the air at the moment. I have no idea.
I feel like my ambition for next season is to finish the season. I just really hope that we get to go through with the whole thing and that we have a really competitive squad. I think, we're the only regional team in our league. So hopefully we have enough girls to rally around us and we can put a great team forward and challenge some of the Melbourne-based teams.
I agree. I think it's important for us to maintain the pathway in Geelong and give girls an elite platform to play on, and I also would like to be playing MPL level football. So I think for us, it's really important that we aim to get back where Galaxy was a few seasons ago and really challenge to get back in there. So MPL hopefully.
Did all three get involved in the World Game? Why did you choose it?
I think for me, I was really young. I've got two older brothers. My dad was very into his football as well. So he played semi-professional, and I think, I was just born up, grew up playing from as soon as I could walk. I used to be taken to Man United games with season ticket holders all the time. So, I don't think I had much of a choice, but love it. And it's took me around the world, and I've met great people from it. And I wouldn't really be able to live without it. So it's my job as well. Yeah. Wake up, live it, breathe it, go to sleep.
I have a probably exact opposite answer to Em. I feel like when I was younger, I just tried lots of different sports, and I was always playing basketball, soccer, touch footy. I was from like a small town I'm from a small town in Queensland, so it was kind of just like whatever was happening in the area and what my friends were doing. I ended up just loving soccer. I'm like the only member of my family that plays soccer that I know of, so no one else is really interested. And my dad was like my under-8 coach or something, but other than that, it's kind of like forcing my family members to come to the games or watch online when we get our live streams, but they've always been supportive, and I've just really enjoyed it.
My dad made me play it at under-9s, like he just chucked me in the little boys team because my two older sisters were playing as well, and my older brother too, so we're all playing it. So I didn't really have a choice, like Em, just chucked in, and I've kind of loved it ever since. Like I wouldn't change it. I've tried like other sports at school, like volleyball even, but soccer's always like top.
Em, you mentioned that obviously, I'm assuming you're a Manchester United supporter.
I am, but maybe not today. I've still not got over it. I've still got tissues in my pocket.
Don't tell me the result then. Even though I think I'm assuming they lost. But
have you not been on social media today?
Oh, I haven't seen it, so there you go. I avoided it.
All right.
Losing is an understatement to that scoreline. Sorry, Em.
Good job. It's a good job we're on Zoom.
So I guess going to games at Old Trafford, which is Manchester United's game, home ground. I guess what made you come here to Australia and play?
Oh, the theatre of dreams. It is a theatre of dreams as well. No, I came out here travelling. I was only standard Brit. I was only supposed to be here for 4 months, and it's been nearly 4 years now. So it's as much as I love Wales, it's a better lifestyle out here, really. And I got offered a full-time job with sponsorship in coaching. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. So love it, and I think my playing career maybe could have done better in the UK. I think I'd kind of lost a bit of love because of certain reasons back at home. But I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I was just with playing. So I just thought it's the right time to go traveling. And still met loads of great people out here, and still, very competitive standard, but I'd like to be back in the MPL with Galaxy and making sure that the younger girls in Geelong can look up to what they've got in regional as well. And it doesn't matter where you live, you should still be given the same opportunities. So that's a big thing really for me, to keep going and keep the motivation and positivity around regional Victoria as well.
Christy, almost a very similar question I just asked them, but you must have tell us what part of Queensland you're from, because I'm actually from Queensland myself, and what made you come to Melbourne?
Well, don't judge me on my answer, seeing as Queensland. I'm from Rockhampton.
Yeah, no, I'm close. I'm close to where you were.
I actually moved down to study at Deakin, so I got accepted into a few unis after school and was just like, Victoria, why not? It's not that far away. And yeah, it's a 24-hour drive. So it is that far away. But yeah, just graduated. And I guess you probably know a bit about Queensland, but I feel like in regional and rural towns in Queensland, there's no football pathway. So
right.
I was playing it like in the community league, and that was the highest option that we really had, unless I moved to Brisbane, which was still like an 8-hour drive anyway. So either way, I was moving if I wanted to continue playing at a high standard. So yeah, came down for uni and then just happened to find Galaxy and get this great opportunity.
Well, I'm very close to where you are in Rockhampton in Harvey Bay, so not too far. So there was no one who was going to judge you where you were in Rockhampton. So, Ash, now, as you mentioned before, you have a sister that plays, and especially I know one of them in particular.
Ash, the football star of the team.
Yeah, I know.
Now, obviously, for anyone out there who I'm speaking about, I'm speaking about Caitlin. Where is she playing at the moment? And I have to ask this: are you the better footballer than Caitlin?
Of course, I'm going to say yes. Like, I would not let her take all that glory. No way. But she's all right. She plays for South Melbourne. She lives up in Melbourne at the moment. She comes down to visit. Like, she's not even moved out, to be honest. But yeah, no, she's all right. Up front as well. She's scored a few goals this season, actually. But yeah, I'm still better, I reckon.
Good answer.
I think you've got a few MVP trophies to prove it, don't you, Ash?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Christy. Back up.
All three mentioned right at the start what position you will play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you'd like to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
I love playing at number 10.
I want to be right back. Give me Ash's position. I don't know
You
how I
can
got
have
put
it.
on the left, so.
You can take it. I honestly really like the midfield, like 6 or 8. I find really fun.
What does the world game mean to all three of you, especially being there at Galaxy?
I really like it because, like, with year 12, especially like this year when we did have a bit of training in that, it was like a little escape from all the study, and I'm really missing it at the moment because studies really annoy me. But but yeah, no, it's such a good little escape, and my head's just like clear when I play. There's no stress of school, no stress of anything. It's just soccer, really.
I really agree with that. I feel like soccer's my regulator, and I just could be having the worst day and show up to training really grumpy, and I'll always leave happy. And just, yeah, it's really like you can go there with a million things on your mind, and you can like leave a training session or leave a game like clear or just focusing on what you're doing. I love it. I feel like you make such great friends at Galaxy, and also, we can go and talk about the games that like the EPL games, or, Em and I always have a bit of banter because we obviously don't go for the same team. And yeah, it's just such a great, I don't know, it's just like a really nice community and really good for your mental health as well, I think.
I'd agree with you. Those guys, we definitely don't go for the same team either, so we do have a bit of banter flying around. But yeah, no, it is an escape, and it's I do really miss it once like you've got your routine of going 3 times a week on a game, and just being on the pitch. Like the other said, you forget about everything else that's going on. You're just in a zone and love playing and enjoyment of it. And for me as well, even being on the other side of the world from family and friends and stuff like that, you can still walk into the club and feel welcome. And yeah, there's no barriers to it, or you're just accepted for who you are, and everyone gets on. And yeah, we've got like lifelong friends through playing football, no matter what country you're in. So yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Em just mentioned what her EPL club was a moment ago. So, Christy, who's your EPL club then?
Arsenal.
All right.
That's why we have to sponsor.
Okay.
Especially at the start of their season.
Excuse me, Man U doesn't even make my top 5. I honestly
Top 5. Wow.
Wow. Well, I didn't spit that answer. I might as well ask you, do you have an EPL club?
I actually don't follow them,
Man
sadly.
United.
And
Oh, good.
to be honest, I'm too scared to, because no matter who I go for, I think I'll cop like hate from them.
Do either of you have any short and long-term goals in the sport of the world game?
Definitely, I think we probably all have really similar long-term goals of just playing as high as we can for as long as we can. I think it was really disappointing when we got moved down, or when like MPL split into these two leagues. I think playing it like the MPL one probably is my goal long term. And hopefully that's at Galaxy. Hopefully we can just move up and get back into that league. It was just, yeah.
I think I agree. For me, I'd like to be back in, and well, even just play at the MPL level. I think it'd be good to challenge myself for as long as I can as well, and not getting any younger. But I sometimes forget that I'm not 18 anymore. So yeah, I want to make sure that I can't afford to be wasting years, and we've just kind of got 2 years that have gone from underneath us straight away, out of our control. So I'd like to be, really pushing to get back in and playing at a high level. I think for me as well, off the pitch, kind of getting my B license with my coaching and taking that to a next level, so that I can be in the game coaching as well when I do end up having to finish playing. So whenever the body tells me that's enough, then I want to be able to go coaching in it and be in it for forever. Yeah,
me as well, trying to play up to the highest standard I possibly can. If that's NPL or maybe like even W League, if I get there, that's the long-term goal. But I can only hope and work hard.
What would be your advice to people that should get involved in the World Games, especially down there at Geelong Galaxy there at Stead Park?
My advice would be that it doesn't matter what skill level you're at, that anyone can play. You'll always find a team. Geelong actually has a great range of different leagues and different teams that you could be playing for. If there's personality clashes within the team, I'd suggest looking at another team. I just feel like there's always someone for everyone. And, even, there's like just a range of different teams or different leagues or different types of soccer games. We've got like 7-a-side, we've got futsal, we've got all of the options for everyone. So there's no age too old to get involved, I think.
Yeah, that's so true. And just like, don't forget like why you're doing it for the fun. Like, it is serious, but like, don't forget that it is fun as well, and you do enjoy playing it. And there are like so many nice girls that will have your back like for the rest of your life, because I know in our team there definitely is lifelong friends to be made.
I agree. I think I work with kids from the age of 5 onwards, and especially seeing the young girls coming through like the grassroots now and stuff like that. It's amazing to see the volume of girls getting involved in the game, and having girls only classes available to them and opportunities available to them that purely weren't there when I was that age. So I think just grabbing those opportunities and going for it and staying committed and practice as much as possible. And like Christy was saying, there's so many opportunities in Geelong to play for different clubs at different levels. But I think if there's girls in the region that really want to challenge themselves and take their game to the next level, then Galaxy is definitely the place to do that and experience your kind of elite level of coaching. The facilities at Stead Park are great as well. Just making sure that they're really going for what they want and following their dreams. And we saw the Matildas the other night. It's crazy to see how well they're doing too. So I think you've got Galaxy, and then your next level up, you're looking at young Matildas and things like that. So
Let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates this past season. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this past season, and what was it?
I remember on the pitch there when Imo got pulled up for a handball and it got given a penalty, and then she just screamed at the referee, "It hit my tit! It hit my tit!" in the middle of the pitch. That was a crowd pleaser for sure. the penalty still got awarded anyway. But it was one of the funniest reactions. I couldn't even be angry at the ref because I was like screaming at the top of the lug. It hit my tit. It hit my tit.
I just mean Kelsey in general, just forgetting her kit all the time. Guys, where are we playing? It's like, Kels, we started half an hour ago, you know?
You've been playing it for years.
I have to say, Wonder, as well, I don't know if it was you, Ash, I think it was you, but when you stopped and you just said, oh my God, we played football for 90 minutes. Like, deadly serious, like as if it's like the first time she's ever been told that she played for 90 minutes. And I remember just turning around and going, oh my God.
Because I had never actually thought about it. I can't even just from that. Like I honestly just thought it was like an hour, but it's actually longer.
Like an hour and a half.
Like we played for a long time. What about at training when Nick kicked the ball into Rob? By accident. That was funny. We all just fell on the floor laughing.
The assistant coach kicks it into the coach. Yeah, brilliant.
I think the way that poor Claudia got her injury was pretty funny. Like, obviously horrible that she was injured and she was out for such a long time, but she fell down a driveway. It was like nothing soccer related.
Yeah, just rolled her ankle in the drive.
Her own driveway.
I'm surprised, Ash, that you didn't know a soccer game was 90 minutes.
Em really had to bring that up, didn't you?
Yeah. I was like, I just thought then of something and I was like, no, she did. I think it was Ash, but I can't remember if it was Macca or someone. So.
All right. Well, I can't wait to come to a Galaxy game then next year. Because
Ash will be walking off the pitch after 60 minutes. I'm done. That's me. I've been here for an hour.
Oh gosh.
Who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer on the team?
Best dancer,
Imo, for sure.
Like at training, she just busts out some moves.
Yeah.
Does it while she's putting on a bib? It's like, how can you even do that?
Or she's waiting at a cone and she's like crumping.
Yeah.
There's no music playing either. It's just there.
It's proper going for it.
There's music in her head playing, I think.
Yeah. 100%.
Best singer when it's probably Macca in it in the changing rooms with Ange when they were singing like Bonnie Tyler and ABBA and all stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Comedian.
Probably me, to be honest.
Hey. I'll wait for you to make a funny joke and then you can get that title.
I make myself laugh, that's good enough.
Comedian for yourself.
Now, is anyone on the team into TikToks?
Oh my gosh. Ash, Macca, Sarge.
Yeah, Macca and I we wanted to make a team TikTok, but we were too lazy to do it.
Too lazy?
I feel like they're just constantly quoted. Claudia.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Macca just comes out with the weirdest stuff and then you're like, what? And she's like, Chrissy, it's a TikTok, as if you should know like what she's referring to.
Like an inside joke. No, but it is really funny if you know it. Chrissy just doesn't.
I haven't got a clue. Isn't that what a clock does? Chrissy, you laughed.
That was a pity laugh.
Do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Yes, every time. Well, Macca and I like carpool, and Kira as well. If we go over like a railway station, this isn't even like for soccer either. We put our feet up and put our pinkies on the window for good luck.
Interesting.
I thought a lot of other people did it as well, but apparently not.
I have to listen to a Ronan Keating song before every game, but that has started to die down a little bit because we did cop a few goals on the last season and lose a few games, and I still listen to it. So I don't know if that's going to carry on anymore, but it's always worked in the past.
Definitely has to. I am totally going to get judged for saying this, but I don't wash my socks throughout the season. So they get a bit musky by the end. But I mean, in Rockhampton, we won 8 premierships in a row, 8 years in a row.
Oh.
So got to continue it on.
Maybe the opponents run away because your socks smelled.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you can run so quick,
guys. It's all tactics, really, isn't it?
We'll finish off this last 2, which is there any good nicknames in the team?
Sarge is a pretty good nickname.
Yeah.
Chopper.
Yeah.
Macaroni.
Yeah.
Yeah, macaroni.
I like Emo.
Oh, yeah. Emo.
Oh. Oh. Imogen, what was that name that reporter kept calling Imogen? He kept calling her the wrong name, and he was like,
"Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember he called her the wrong, and it stuck for a few weeks, didn't it?"
Yeah, that was around for a while.
Is it Emmy or something?
Emmy, that's it.
Yeah, we'll call her Emmy. That was a good one.
Macca Packer from Michaela.
Poor Macca.
Yeah, she's got a few nicknames, not gonna lie.
We'll finish over this one last one, which is describe your team in one word.
Resilient.
Fun.
What can I say about our team? They're a bit crazy, really.
True.
Everyone's pretty quirky in the team, I think. Big personalities, quite a few. But that's what makes it fun, right?
All 3, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. It's awesome having all 3 on the show. Hopefully next year is a much better year where hopefully we actually get a full season done and dusted, and can't wait to hopefully head down the highway next season or when you come up to Melbourne and hopefully get to watch his play in action.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, thanks for having
your time as well.
Yeah, make sure you allow 90 minutes for the game, not 60.
You're so funny.
Comedian.